Zoom people. Love you. What an amazing night this is going to be. So we'd like to welcome each one of you. I'm Gina Merritt. My husband, Steve, is going to be up here in just a little bit. And, okay, the flight attendant's talking. Guys, if there's an emergency, what do we do? Follow me. So we're so excited. Steve and I actually, about 8 months ago, we literally prayed for 1 year for the right products, the right company, and the right ownership. And number 4, God's favor all over the business and the product. And we have got it, guys. Let me tell you. So tonight here, we're going to be talking about this amazing X39 patch. I need one more arm is what I need. Will it grow an arm? So we're going to be talking tonight about the X39 patch, which is in this blue container right here. So we'd like to welcome each one of you. This is the most unique, classy, no one has this technology. So this tiny little patch is what we're going to be talking about tonight. And like I said, Steve and I prayed for 1 year, and I'm telling you, the stories are so incredible of the testimonies. They are so emotional. The testimonies that people are getting from wearing this X39 patch. So this little tiny patch is made of nano organic crystals. It's got a paper on the back. You peel it off. Okay, we're going to do it right now. We're going to peel it off. Okay, wait, sorry. Okay, we peel it off and you just throw it. You just throw it. We'll pick it up later. So you take this tiny little patch. The inside of this is made of nano organic crystals. You see on the camera there. We have a lot of people on Zoom tonight. So it's made of nano organic crystals. You put it on your body anywhere. Boom. It's right there on my wrist. Okay. So it's made of nano organic crystals. What happens is it raises your copper peptides. Then it activates your own stem cells. Yes, your own stem cells. So your stem cells, as you age, start to fall asleep. They start to get lazy. And this tiny little patch wakes them babies up and starts making your body go into a complete reboot. So it doesn't matter what you have going on with your body. You can have any kind of an ailment, from pain to any kind of disease. And you put this tiny little patch on, and it begins to put your body in a complete reboot, and your body begins to heal on its own, just like God intended our bodies to do. So this patch does not heal you. It only puts your body in a reboot. So you're going to hear a lot of amazing testimonies tonight. And again, this patch does not heal your body. Your body just gets into a reboot and starts to healing itself. I have such amazing testimonies I'm super excited about. My first one took 6 weeks. I had restless leg syndrome, and I'm still spitting, right? You know, you guys are like, when is she ever going to stop the spitting? So that's my first testimony. 6 weeks it took me wearing the patch to get rid of my restless leg syndrome. And I'm telling you, my husband is so happy because I'm not tossing and turning, for hours in the bed. Then my next testimony, Then my next testimony is we went to go get our eyes examined. We've been going to our doctor for about 20 years. And when I check out, he tells me that my eyes reversed in aging. And he says, never, ever, ever, ever has he seen a 60-year-old woman's eyes reverse in aging. So I am flat fired up. He comes to check out. He's excited. My husband is excited. This is Steve Merritt over here. He's very excited because he didn't have to pay $1,000 for new glasses. So that's why he's really fired up. He only had to pay $99 for the month for the patches. So he's really fired up. He saved. Yeah, you just saved $900. Can I have that 900? Okay, yes, I can. Well, but anyway, so this tiny little patch, there's no stem cells that go in through this patch. It doesn't have stem cells in it. It's made of nano organic crystals, and it just raises your copper peptides, which makes your own stem cells start to wake up and start working properly like they should, and your body begins. Okay, gosh. It's like my first rodeo. It's not my first rodeo. Sorry, guys. But you guys are laughing at me, so I guess that's okay. So this tiny little patch is just absolutely incredible. X39 patch. Again, it only puts your body in a reboot. So my third testimony, you heard that, was my eyes. My last testimony, well, I guess that's my second testimony. My third testimony, guys, I go to, Steve and I go traveling, and it got 20 below degrees. I set a bottle of water on the bathroom counter in our motor coach, and you would have thought that I just took it out of the freezer. So my teeth are so sensitive. My gums, I have recession. So I'm going to have bone loss, and I'm like, all this crazy stuff going on when I'm so young. What's going on? But I got this X39 patch on, and miracles are happening, and I'm not feeling any of this healing. But when I went to go swish my mouth out with ice cold freezing water, I screamed, and he's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "I can rinse with ice cold water." Now that might seem really ridiculous to you, but when I've had that my whole entire life, I was flat fired up. And then my last one was Monday. I got my braces off. See, Trudy? I got my braces off, and I'm holding my hands like as if I'm going to deliver a child. My labor, I do labor breathing, right? And I'm like sweating. I'm like soaking wet everywhere. And she's like, "What? Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No, my teeth are so sensitive." I'm like thinking that I'm going to be like, stop, because they take your braces off. Then they got to take the drill out and drill for like 30 minutes on every single tooth, getting the glue off. And I'm thinking, oh boy. So they start drilling on my teeth. I didn't have to raise my hand one time. It was not sensitive at all. That is completely amazing. And again, I did not feel my teeth healing. I did not feel my eyes reversing and aging. So it's absolutely incredible what's going on. So for those of you who are new tonight, you got patched. Everybody get a patch? Who's wearing a patch? Raise your hand. Woo! Everybody should have their hand up because we gave all the guests. Who's wearing a patch? Yeah, now they're awake. So for those of you who are new here tonight, you got a patch when you came in the room, and you also got this order form. And this is how we get enrolled into the business and start sharing the product and start wearing the patch daily for you to be able to get your testimony. So I highly encourage you. We're going to go over this form, but make sure you got this form. Make sure you got a pen so you can get yourself, get the form filled out and turn it in to whoever invited you tonight. Whoever invited you will be your sponsor. Hey, we're on a great team. We are Quantum Field Team, and we are the fastest growing team in LifeWave. So you are in the right room at the right place at the right time. And we're telling you, we are going to get you to the finish line. It is not difficult. Takes a little bit of work, a little bit of time. And I'm telling you, your whole life is going to change. And we're excited to get you there. So for those of you who are new, this is the form. Maybe somebody sent you a link. You can also use the link to get enrolled. So I'll tell you, we are just so excited for tonight. We're excited because you know what? We normally are doing the show by ourselves, but not tonight. We've got the rock star here. And for Steve and I had my birthday. I turned 60 on April 1st. Steve threw a party for me. And our precious friend Onyx came to my birthday party with her daughter, Sierra. She came 3 days later. She called us and said, "Hey, listen, I don't know if you guys are looking." And we're like, "Oh no, we're not looking. We're not looking. No, but maybe one of our kids are." So we just start asking her questions and start researching a little more. And it took us completely 3 months to get ourselves enrolled in the business with Onyx Coal. And I'm telling you, I think we probably were one of her hardest people to sign up because it took 3 months. So if you're here tonight and you're thinking to yourself, "Whoa, I'm working on somebody way too long." No, you're not, because you could have a Steve and Gina Merritt. You could have an Onyx Coal you're sponsoring. So be patient. It has to be God's timing and their timing. So be excited. We're without any further ado, I don't want to take a lot of time because I'm telling you what, we're so blessed to have our personal sponsor here that is just amazing. She has created, you guys, Start X39. It's the bomb for you to send to your new people. She has created Build 331 for us to be able to get to the finish line without pain. You know, I mean, come on, let's get there. This is too easy. Every single human being has stem cells. So who needs the patch? Every single human being. You know, if they don't want to live and be healthy, then that's okay. You go to the next person. Don't sweat it. Without any further ado, we want to invite our amazing personal sponsor, Onyx Cole, Senior Presidential Director. Woo! Stand up, guys. Give her a standing ovation. Woo-hoo! Thank you, Gina. It's nice to be here with all of you. It feels like family. And those of you that didn't go on the ride with us last time, let me tell you, you're standing in the right room. I just got chills. So my name's Onyx Cole, and I'm 56. I'm a single mom. I ran my whole life for network marketing. Get that stuff away from me. And Steve and Gina Merritt introduced me to network marketing. And if you think they were hard to sign, I was hard to sign. So they came around and around and around, and I'm like running inside the house and hiding. I don't want to have anything to do with that, you know, and they just wouldn't leave me alone. And then what happened was they introduced me to it in the month of December. And I always took the month of December off to look at any opportunities I missed. And I thought, if I don't go, they'll never leave me alone. Now, they taught me network marketing, which is amazing. And then what happened is I sold my organization and I retired. And I wasn't expecting to come back. I moved on to my yacht, and then Hurricane Irma came. And I was like, I don't think I want to live on this yacht anymore. So I bought 2 acres on the ocean in Key Largo and lived there for several years. And now I live in Key Biscayne on the ocean. And network marketing changed my life. Steve and Gina Merritt changed my life because they kept coming around. It changed the lives of my children. It changed the lives of dozens and dozens and dozens. I think I created 50 millionaires. A girl that had never done network marketing. So if you've never done network marketing, there's nothing different between me and you. Nothing. But what happened was I was introduced to this little product, which is not very impressive, right? It's like a little round Band-Aid. And some of you are going to be one patch wonders. Literally, you're going to put one patch on and your whole life is going to change. And I'm going to look at you and go, wow, 17 years of pain is gone after one patch. Some of you will be that way. It's wild. But it's an unimpressive product that will change your world. Would you feel it? Probably not. Will life change? In multiple ways. So I'm probably been the person that's been wearing this patch for longer than anybody else in this whole room. And like Gina, I also have a testimonial. I noticed immediately that I was sleeping better. I don't have any pain in my body. What then happened is after wearing the patch for 3 weeks, I noticed I wasn't just sleeping better, having vivid dreams. What I also noticed is that I was remembering my dreams for 3 and 4 days. Then I went to California with a girlfriend of mine who was an esthetician, and she said, Onyx, you know that age spot on your face? I said, yes. She said, it's 75% smaller and 75% lighter. I was like, cool. Then my hair starts growing like crazy. I'm like, I'm gonna have to be Rapunzel. So I went and I had it cut, and I do hot yoga every day. And I'm like, okay, I went into the salon in Miami. I'm like, I want you guys to cut my hair. She's like, no, lady, you live in Miami. We cut this much off. I said, no, cut my hair, right? So she cut it. And 2 weeks later, I come back. She's like, what are you doing back? I said, it keeps growing. I have to put it in a ponytail. Cut it again. And I kept coming back every 2 weeks. And she's like, Onyx, I can't keep cutting your hair. I said, if I was a boy, you'd be okay to cut my hair every 2 weeks. I want to have a short haircut. So it just keeps growing. And then like Gina, I also have a gum testimonial. I had pockets in my gums. I have one of those fancy periodontal dentists, and I have a map, which I'm happy to share with all of you, of my gums from before I wore X39. After wearing X39 for 1 year, I went into that fancy periodontal dentist, and he starts mapping the pockets of my gums, and he says, Onyx? I said, yeah. He said, what's going on? I said, why? He said, 75% of your pockets are gone. He said, has your dental hygiene changed?
I said, no, sir, I'm sorry, it is not. He said, well, this doesn't make any sense to me because as we get older, the pockets get worse, not better. After wearing the patch for 2 years, I went back in, he opened my mouth and he says, wow. And I said, what's that mean? He said, your gums are completely healthy. So what did I do? I put this amazing little unimpressive patch on every day for 12 hours. Where did I put it? Any spot will do. Any spot will do. Now, when I got to this company, I saw something that few people didn't see, and I began to build a system and a way to build this business. And as Gina was just saying, we are the fastest growing organization in the company. We make up more than 60% of the USA sales, more than 60%. This is a 19-year-old company. I've been here for 3 years, and my organization makes up more than 60% of corporate's total US sales. This is massive. It's massive. Now, in November, we finished the month at $30 million for the month, and the United States was 10 million of that 30 million. So those of you that know network marketing and the numbers of the industry, that would make us basically a $120 million company in the US. That screams opportunity. It's incredible, absolutely incredible. So the whole system is set up for you to succeed. And I'll tell you, there's probably nobody, there's nobody in this room that's been here for more than 7 months. If you've been in this organization and you're making 4, 5, 6, or 7 figures, because there's 7-figure earners and 6-figure earners in this room in under 7 months, would you please stand up? If you've been in the business for less than 7 months, you're making 4 figures, 5 figures, 6 figures, or 7 figures. In 7 months. Yeah, you guys should be up. Yes. Yes. So what that should say to you is, if we've got a product that did $30 million in 1 month with more than 100 patents, more than 80 scientific studies, as unimpressive as it is, it probably works. And we've got a system that is duplicating and replicating so much that we are the fastest growing organization in a 19-year-old company, and we make up more than 60% of corporate sales. Think about that. Now, I'm going to take you one step further because what I started out by saying is it feels like family. The reason it feels like family is the last time I did this, I built an organization, and many people in this room built an organization when the United States of America was going into a recession. And we, in this room, many of us worked, and we built a company to $1 billion in sales in 3.5 years, a network marketing company. When a network marketing company does $1 billion in sales, that means they pay out $600 million in commissions to regular people like you and me. So if you want to change your life and you want something to be different, you're sitting in the right room with the right people. This team is going, with or without you. I'll tell you a secret though. Network marketing is not an entitlement business. You got to get out, you got to do the work. But see this patch, this unimpressive patch, you watch Gina, you take these 2 stickers off and you say, hi, would you like to activate your body's own stem cells? And you put that patch where? Any spot will do. If you can do that, and then you can say, can I have your cell phone number? I'm going to text you a link. And what do? You text them, startx39.com. You can build a business. You can build a business. So you got to decide. I can't decide for you. I ran for years. And then Steve and Gina kept coming around. And when I finally said yes, I said yes. And I put my foot on the gas, and I had to figure out the industry. I had to figure out the business. I had to figure out how to help my people get to where they needed to go. Now we're here with a group of people that already know how to build a business. They know how to lift each other up. They know how to bring more leaders than you can possibly imagine. And we basically did $120 million last year. Opportunity! So you're here, you got to plug in. And the cool thing is, COVID did a lot of things that weren't so cool for a lot of us. But one of the things it did do that I really loved is that we can now build this business online. And so you don't have to come to a hotel room. I love coming to hotel rooms. I love being around you all. I love being able to give you all hugs and take pictures and see you and know that you're not this big. You're actually a real person, which is so much fun. But you all can plug in now, as Steve always says, while you're wearing your pajama bottoms, and nobody will know. So there's stuff for you all to plug into on Monday night, on Wednesday night, on Thursday night, on Friday afternoon, and Saturday afternoon. So plug in. I can't find you. You all have to find us. It's not like I'm going to drag that horse up the hill, because I learned if I drag that horse up the hill, we get to the top of the hill, and you know what happens? I'm tired, and I can't get that horse to drink water. So I would rather you lock arms with Steve and Gina and myself and all these other leaders in here. There's so many amazing leaders in this room, and you run with us because we want to be your business partners. I want to see your life change. They want to see your life change. And I can't tell you how blessed I am to be working with Steve and Gina again. These two are fantastic people, salt of the earth. They are network marketing royalty. And this time, not only did I have to, and I took them, you all, just so you know, they weren't 3 months. They were 3 years. So I took them patches when I had nothing. I had no system. I had nothing. I couldn't show them that the comp plan was working. I couldn't show them anything. I had a vision. I knew what was there. God spoke to me. I knew what I was supposed to be doing. I just had to build it before they would come. I built it. They came. So now it's your chance, because here's the thing. There's nothing different between you and me. There's nothing different between you and Steve and Gina. You all decide if you want to be a 4-figure earner, a 5-figure earner, a 6-figure earner, a 7-figure earner. There is no glass ceiling. The system is so simple, you all. Interact with 3 people a day about X39. Follow up with 3 people a day about X39 and show the plan to 1 person a day. Whether you're doing that in person, you're doing that on a live Zoom, or you're doing that on a recorded Zoom, it doesn't matter. You will build a business. You consistently and persistently work your business, and you're going to watch. Your life will change. It's 3 years. I still got my sneakers on. I haven't retired. I don't need to, because my business builds in the nooks and crannies of my life, just like this will build for you in the nooks and crannies of your life. But I work my business every single day. I do hot yoga every day, all over the world. Guess what I do in my hot yoga classes? What is that patch you're wearing? Oh, do you have a cell phone number? I'd be happy to text you a link. I am signing up people in Barcelona. I'm signing up people in South Beach. I'm going to hot yoga all over the place. It's so easy. I don't need to know them. Stem cells? Did you say stem cells? I said stem cells. Is this going to be expensive? No. You have $100 a month? What? $100 a month. Let me text you a link. It's a simple business, and we try and make it complicated. I say, don't complicate it. Plug in. Use the tools. They're working, they're replicating, they're building, and we're constantly upgrading and growing. So I'm excited to be here. It feels so nice to be back with the family again. And what I want you all to know is this family has so many seats on the table. The rocket ship is huge. It is huge. And everyone in this family wants to see you succeed. Nobody thinks it's got to be me. No, we want everybody to succeed, but I cannot pull you up the hill as much as I want to, because we're going to get to the top and you're not going to drink. I need you to do the work, but I'll stand right with you. You guys have my cell phone numbers. I'm here with you guys. I'm working right with you. So is Steve, so is Gina, so is Mike, so is Matt and Kim, so is everybody. It's incredible. So is Keston. Everybody's working with each other. So you'll watch. You'll be able to build a really big business. 3 people at a time, 3 people at a time, 3 people at a time. Things will grow. Okay, I'm going to give you to Steve, and we're going to have some fun because he's always the funniest one. I love it. I love it. One time Steve said, you know, Onyx is really serious about making money. Onyx is really serious about changing lives, but she also is really serious about having fun. And that's absolutely true. If you guys aren't having fun while you're doing this business, you're not doing it right. This business is meant to be fun. I love what Tim Gidley says. Can we make money at this? He cracks me up. He cracks me up. So if you've never been a success in network marketing, we're in the exact same seat. You can be a success in this. The beautiful thing about this business is any gene will do. It doesn't matter. You pull off the sticker on the back, you throw the stickers on the floor. We're gonna have them all over here. Stick it on somebody and their life will change and your life will change. Okay, so Steve and Gina, who took 3 years, but in the 3 years that it took you all, I never gave up and I just kept coming back around. And what was I doing? I was listening for what's in it for them. Steve's getting surgery and he wouldn't listen to me. Okay, fine, don't listen to me. Go get your surgery, okay? Then he gets another surgery. Okay, Steve, maybe you might want to put these patches on. No, I'm really busy eating Excedrin. I don't really want to wear patches. Okay, Steve. I don't know why, right? But you keep going back around. You keep coming back around and figuring out what's in it for them. Time and circumstances changes everything for everyone. Time and circumstances changes everything for everyone. The United States of America is moving into recession. Do you think some people are looking for a way to change their lives? You don't need to participate in it. I didn't participate last time. I have no intention of participating this time. Do you all want to participate? I don't think you should. I think you should join us. Rocket ship is loaded. All right, Steve, I'll be quiet. Thank you, Steve.
Onyx Cole. Okay. By the way, we're going to learn a lot about the X39 tonight, but this gal here is, when I was interviewing for those 3 months, David Schmidt, the inventor of the X39 that took 10 years of research, $4.5 million to bring it to market. He's got 130 patents, guys. I mean, you know anyone that's got 2 patents? You know, he's got 130 patents. And he told us that Onyx was the fastest growing distributor of the entire company. 19 years old, and we taught her how to do it. And we're like, something's going on here. And we really started focusing on what the possibilities could be, and everything that we prayed for and we wanted to happen is happening right now. Our main focus of the prayers was for our friends to win, because Onyx and Gina are powerhouses. Give them a hand, another hand. Those two, no matter whatever they do, they're going to win at, okay? So I want my friends to win so bad that the patch or the product, whatever we are praying for, does the talking for my friends. You don't have to do the talking. Just stick the patch on and the patch's going to do the talking. Is that easy? Yeah. That's all we're doing. And that's what we've been doing only since July 1st. So we're just launching and we just got started. And the best thing about it is Onyx and Gina, myself, and some of my friends have been the guinea pigs. Her for 3 years, us for the last 180 days. So you know that things are happening right now for you. You don't have to wonder, is this going to happen? I know that I picked up the telephone on July 1st, and every person I spoke to about stem cells seemed to know about stem cells. They knew they wanted to have healthy stem cells. Hello? Okay? But they didn't know how to get healthy stem cells except for injections until I said to them, hey, did you know? And I didn't know this as a pro athlete for over 25 years. I was wondering why I was getting slower and I couldn't perform like I wanted to. They were telling me that the older you get, the less stem cells that you have, right? So this is kind of what they were talking about. As you get older, your stem cells become more stagnant and slower. At 30 years old, half of your stem cells are active, and it doesn't take long. Hello, anybody in the room? 30 don't take too long to get to. Okay, 25, you're almost there. Half of them are going to be firing, right? No one told me that. I don't know if you ever heard that before. I had never heard that stat. And then at 60, you basically lost all stem cell activity. You have stem cells, but they're stagnant. So the next time you talk to a friend, you say, hey, you can either live the rest of your life with stagnant stem cells or come with us and put the X39 on. No, I don't want it. Okay, great. The next time you feel sluggish, remember me. Think about it. They're going to hate you because every morning they're going to be thinking, I should be on them stem cell reactivation patches, okay? It's just a matter of planting seeds, okay? So that is what, and now that we know that it works this good, it's wild. I mean, the testimonies have brought us to tears for 180 days. Onyx told me, and you might be sitting here as a guest saying the same thing that I did. I'll tell her now because I never told her, but this is what I was saying when she said these testimonies are going to bring you to tears. I was like looking her in the eye politely, but in the back of my head, rolling my eyes back. Okay. But it didn't take long, like within the first week. I mean, for me, I put the patch on. I've had 14 surgeries from being a pro athlete for over 25 years. Okay. And I lived and I was just guzzling that Excedrin. That was my go-to, as much Excedrin as I could take for 15 years. Okay. And in 1 week, the pain was gone. Now, I wasn't taking the high opioids that some of my competitor friends had taken, and they got off them within 1 week with no side effects. That's very impressive. If you do a little research, you'll find out that there's been people that said photobiomodulation is the key to get people off opioids, right? I didn't even know none of this was going on, but it's happening, all right? So at 60 years old, half your stem cells are active. That's why people are more prone to sickness and disease. They're healing slower, they're recovering slower from sports, and they're sluggish and low energy. And that's what we're seeing on the people's testimonies, okay? You can kind of tell if you go to work tomorrow and your boss or the people that you are in charge, that are in charge of you, that are pulling you to have all kinds of success, like they want to help you make millions. I know they're doing that at work for you, right? Okay, if when you look them in the eye, do they got the energy that Onyx has and that Gina has at their age? If they don't, okay, then you might want to say, hey, this is the team I want to put my boat in, and I want to make it happen, okay? Because you want to have some people that have energy and they're going places. And during COVID, when I didn't have the patches, at about 7 o'clock, I'm like, oh, I'm tired, going to bed. Now we start our meetings at 8 o'clock with this kind of energy because we're on the X39. And the difference between these stem cells and any other injections that you heard of is injections, they go into your knee, they go into your muscle. They wanted to put them in me, $23,000. They said they gave me a deal. But you might need 2, you might need 3, you might need 4. Okay, they don't always work. I was reading the book before Onyx spoke to me, Tony Robbins' Life Force, and he's telling us peptides. You got to be taking peptides. So I'm like very serious in the chapter about peptides. Now, almost all of them you have to do injections, and some of them you can take orally, but not many, okay? And he said stem cells are where it's at, and he's got a whole chapter on it that he put $25,000 into his knee with the stem cell injection, and it worked. Praise the Lord, it worked for him. But he kind of talked throughout the whole chapter like everyone's got 25 grand sitting in their pocket. Okay, so we've got a product, like Onyx said, for only $99, and it doesn't just work in that joint or in the muscle. When you put this X39 patch on, it goes to the weakest link. Okay, the way it works is it's got organic nanocrystals, like Gina said. They're formulated to activate your copper peptide. Okay, and when you raise up the GHK, that's the symbol for copper peptide, your stem cells are reactivated and they go to the weakest link. And these are your own stem cells that are going to every organ that they need to go to in your body, not just the joint. So if you watch the interview that we did with David Schmidt, Onyx, Gina, myself, he pulled up a 70-year-old woman's brain and said, you can see, like he talked to us like we could see, like me and Matt could see. Like you can tell that this woman has got no stem cell activity in her brain. I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, we can tell that. Of course we can tell that, right? And then he said, look at this 3 weeks later, and it's enormously different in 3 weeks. And in 6 weeks, you know it's radically different, okay? So think about how many people are walking around with stagnant, nothing happening, no stem cell activity in their brain. You probably know someone. You could just talk to them and know. I don't know if you want to bring it up or just think to yourself, like, that person has got no stem cell activity in their brain. But there's people that don't have any stem cell activity in their heart, their liver, their skin. You can tell from their skin. See what I mean? That's what this does. It goes to every organ in your body. You name it. What's the biggest organ in your body? Your skin. It's full of stem cell, right? Now, I know good thing you're going to really appreciate I brought a doctor here tonight, and he's going to clean all this up of everything I'm saying, right? So get ready. I'm just letting you know to start thinking. I'm talking more on all of us terms that I negotiated my way out of high school. True story. I told the teachers, if you don't pass me, I'm coming back next year. And all of a sudden I got my diploma, and that's how I became a world champion. And by the way, in order to get my diploma, obviously I didn't listen when I was there. So this is how it works. All right. Don't make it complicated. The best way to really see how it works is when your friend gets their testimony and you start crying because they feel so great on the product. You don't even know what all people are going through. My friends that came that were on opioids, they didn't even tell me they were on opioids until I put the patch on and they got off the opioids. Percocet is what they were on, about 3 to 6 a day. And one of my friends that got in the business with us, a new friend, he said, he was a retired pharmacist. He said, you saved your friend's life. So we're not only helping people, we're saving lives. Think about it. What if I said no to Onyx one more time and didn't help my friend get off his, so she would have come back. Okay. So, okay. Now get this. It's a 19-year-old company. All right. I love that. It's not a startup because startups don't start up usually. Okay. So 19 years old, $20 million they were doing for the last 12 years under the radar. I've been calling since July 1st, and I can make some phone calls now. Onyx can attest to that. I can call people, right? And I'm not a good closer. I just call them up, tell them what's going on. Leave your stem cell stagnant. It's my close. Then they call me back. They fill out the form. They want to get charged up, right? The key is under the radar, promoted mostly by doctors and practitioners. Now, I will say, because of I having 19 surgeries, maybe you haven't had, 14 surgeries. I don't want to speak any more in existence, right? Only 14. Okay. I want to tell you that I have had very high-end, Gina's made sure that we had high-end therapists and, chiropractors, hyperbaric chambers, you name it, I've been in, okay? So I did call some of those people that did hear about it because that is the arena that people were talking about the patch, doctors, practitioners. But any person else I called, no one has ever heard of the X39 in 180 days. And to this day, you go out there, you ask anyone, first ask them about their stem cells, all right? You know that your stem cells can become stagnant. What's this? Nobody knows, right? So just before COVID, the X39 comes out right here, okay? And Onyx gets started in the business, right? She starts promoting only the one product. Actually, that's what we taught her when she started, because the company that we were with had all kinds of other products focused on this one that has the biggest potential. And we took the company to $1 billion. She did the same thing here, and she basically on her own, I'm not saying that other people and other teams didn't kind of step up a little bit, but because of her enthusiasm and knowing what she's talking about, took the company from 20 million to 280 million in the last 2 years. Okay, she's been in for 3. Okay, so because of that, you don't have to do the grunt work of trying to build the business up from 20 million to 280 because it takes some time to do that. You got that story, and it is moving like a rocket ship, like she said right now, that you can take advantage of, and it's happening even faster at the moment right now. It is going wild with all of our friends winning because the testimonies are so good, okay? So if you come here trying to learn everything about the product, that's really not how we explain it. We just let you use the product and make sure you get a testimony yourself. Now, again, you got to give yourself plenty of time, and you never know if you're, just because you don't have a certain feeling right away. What if your eyes reverse in aging like Gina's and mine did? What if your gums grow back like Gina's and Onyx? Okay, you don't know. You don't have a feeling on everything. I was surprised. The doctor actually showed me, because he's a very analytical eye doctor, showed me exactly where my eyes were and where they are now. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm an entrepreneur. So I'm like sitting in there just dancing in his room, inside my stomach. I mean, my friends are going to be rich. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So I don't know if you got any way to help your friends get rich, but tonight you're going to get rich. All right. 75 countries. What's interesting is over those 12 years, they opened up they're doing 20 million. They did something very smart. They opened up 75 countries around the world. So everyone you get started always got a cousin in Australia or somebody they know in Europe, somebody in Asia, somebody in Mexico. So that's a very, very blessing for everyone getting started right now as we're open throughout the world. Okay. I'm glad that you have a question. We're going to answer that after. Just come up to me and I'll help answer the question. All right. The only reason why I don't ever like to answer questions in the meeting is I don't want to have them ask a question that I can't answer, then I look dumb. Only reason, right? So, but ma'am, I'm sure it's a good question. Come up to me. We'll help you out on that, right? I'll probably let Matt Curtis answer the question anyways, right? So anyways, we're having fun, okay? Here's David, all right? Like I said, we interviewed him. He's got over 130 patents. He started this company. The U.S. government, by the way, contracted him 20 years ago to keep Navy SEALs awake on submarines for over 30 hours at a time. He came up with the same type concept with the patch, but it was formulated a little bit different, and they still use it to this day. So he's the one that came up with and here's his patent, July 2020 as when it was approved. So it just got approved during COVID. Nobody even knows about it. The only way you build this business is word of mouth, okay? And the only way we do is we just pick up the phone and start calling people. Now, if you've ever been in a network and you haven't succeeded, oh my gosh, forget about everything you've ever done, because right now you're going to win. All right. If you ever have anyone that say that they never succeeded, say, hey, don't worry, you're going to win here. Why? Because every other network has the same exact products. They're called Me Too products, and they're all the same. It's either weight loss, supplements, or skincare. Now, let me ask you something. If you were overweight, would you feel comfortable buying weight loss from your friend? It's embarrassing. All right. I would rather buy it from the department store, from the health food store. Hey, call them up. Tell them to get over here, right? Anyway, so instead of having Me Too products like every other network has, that everybody, even if you got a really good collagen, so does the health food store. So does the department store in their skincare. So it's very hard for your friends to win. When you got a product that nobody else has and everyone needs to reactivate their stem cells, and they might not know why they're feeling sluggish, but it's because they're stem cells, right? When you've got that product and it's affordable, our friends that weren't able to sponsor people at the time can't type with their fingers. In fact, their fingers were getting a little sore till they put the patch on, and they're typing everybody in so fast that they're breaking records. Okay, my little old Aunt B, she's not my aunt, but we call her Aunt because she's like an aunt, right? Okay, she never couldn't sponsor people before, and she's got, how many Dave does she got underneath her? 183 people, right? And she's like 79 years old. I'm not trying to embarrass any of you that don't have 183 people in your group yet, but let's go make it happen, right? So that's the reason why they aren't winning, because they don't have a patented product that nobody else can have their hands on. You have it. By the way, I've never seen so many doctors enroll in 180 days in my life, right? Here's some of the things that the product is doing for you. Everywhere from rapid pain relief to incredible energy, your skin care, mental clarity. You know anybody that needs some mental clarity? All right, so everybody, right? Faster recovery from injury. Here's I really like the long-term results. This is wild, because a lot of times people are only looking for the quick fix, okay? Be patient. That's going to happen. I haven't had anyone that stayed on the patch not get results. Here's what's going on in your body. Within the first few days, 4,000 genes reset. That's why we're seeing people with autism, people that need a reboot of their genes, are seeing the results. People with depression, people with anxiety, right there, okay? In 6 weeks, your brain becomes balanced. Did you know that your brain, Doc, I didn't know that my brain could be unbalanced, but I surely don't want to live with an unbalanced brain. Does it sound good to live your life with an unbalanced brain, right? So you put this on for 6 weeks, and odds are your brain's going to be balanced. Hello. So you don't want to, if somebody else says, I don't want to get on the X39, no, I guess you wanted to have an unbalanced brain. Call me when you want to balance it, right? Okay. Then it decreases symptoms of PTSD, anxiety, and depression. And man, are we seeing results with those 3 symptoms. We are seeing it like crazy. I didn't know how many people are going through stuff, and we are seeing it, and they are feeling incredible. A lot of them are living in pain. So when the pain starts going, that's why they're depressed. But because it's working on their brain, like we talked about the lady that had her stem cells weren't active. So now their body's feeling better and their brain is being repaired. Now they're out of depression. Now they got a passion for life again. And a lot of times it's been with us with the X39 now. So within 3 months, ladies, your collagen is increased, wrinkles are going away, hair is growing like a weed, but your nails are going to grow like a weed. You have going to have to start cutting them. Get another nail cutter or whatever, okay? All right? Whatever you do, you're definitely not going to want to be a nail biter because you're not going to bite them fast enough, all right? Increase structure of your bones and your skeletal. So your bones and your muscles start reversing and aging. Would you like to get older and have your muscles and your bones getting stronger as you grow? That's what we're talking about, okay? Nobody's hips are being broken or none of that kind of stuff in here because they're on the X39, all right? Within 6 months, your heart, get this, in recent studies, 14 out of 15 people lowered their vascular age an average of 8 years after just 6 months on the X39. Hey, Dr. Ginchey, when you come up here, I want you to explain that because I know that you're blown away by that stat because that is a very, very important thing in America for your heart to be pumping. Okay? Imagine when you're on this patch for 6 years, what you're going to be like. Okay? All right? It's not anti-aging, it's age reversing. Okay, here's the website that Onyx was talking about, startx39.com. Let me help you another thing. If you ever tried to build a network and you didn't have success, almost every network, 99.9%, they have you send them their network marketing link. You send the link to your prospects. The problem with that is when you send a link from a networking company, they go through the whole network and they see that on the website, you're talking about a certain product, but the person gets caught up in the minutia of the free trips that the company sent you on, the money that you can make, all right, and the other products that are involved. So they never get to see your product that you talked about because they get lost and they never call you back. Anybody? Okay. When you've got a product, we're the only company, thanks to Onyx, that has their own, we're the only team in all of Lifeway. No wonder we're growing this fast, that has their own product team site. This one right here, startx39.com. So when you go on there, you see the 80 case studies, the doctor's reviews, the patents, and the doctor's reviews, right? So you got the 80 case studies, the patents, the doctor's reviews, and the testimonies. You see all that right here on this website. No way can you sign up. There's no network look at it at all. It looks like, oh my gosh, and that's why the doctors are enrolling as fast as we can send them the link, because it's that impressive. Think about you trying to put together 80 case studies. They're right on there. Okay. The doctors will spend a lot more time and they know how to read them very much faster than we do. So they just go on there and they're blown away by the stats. And all you do, like Onyx said, you just, hey, what is it? Give me your cell phone. I'm going to send you a link, or you already got your friend's cell phone. You just text them this link and let them do their research. And then you help them, get them an enrollment form and get them signed up. Now, they talked a little bit about where you wear them. The case studies were done behind the neck and below the belly button. I will say that Onyx is right. David Schmidt, we interviewed him and we asked him, where do you put the patch? He said, this is where the case studies were done because in a medical survey and study, you have to do everything the same. These 70 people wore the patch behind the neck. These 50 people wore the patch below the belly button for so many days, and that's how they do the case studies. But realistically, you can put the patch, this is per David, anywhere you want, anywhere you have pain, you put it on. And people are feeling incredible. That I have to admit, from them 14 surgeries, give a little heads up if somebody else has the same type of pain that I had. I wore it behind my neck the first day, then I rest and rejuvenate for 12 hours. So you throw the X39 away after you've worn it for 12 hours, your body rests and rejuvenates all those stem cells that were reactivated in your body, and then you put it on the next morning. Gina teaches everybody, when you brush your teeth in the morning, you put the patch on. When you brush your teeth at night, you throw it away. You brush your teeth again, you put the X39. If you don't brush your teeth, then it's a problem. Okay? All right. So that's how it works. I was going to tell you, I wore it behind the neck the first day, then I brushed my teeth, threw it away. The next morning when I brushed my teeth, I put it below the belly button. So I switched it from the neck to below the belly button. Then I put it on my back where I had the surgery. I kept switching it around for about a week and the pain went away. So then I still to this day don't wear it in the same place. I keep moving it around because I don't know. I'm just telling you what I did, and I feel incredible from doing it that way. So testimonies. We've got a few testimonies that are here. I kind of told mine. Onyx told hers. Gina told you yours. I will say this much, that we've got the testimonies we've had will bring you to tears. But let's bring up Kimberly Cirillo. Is she up here? Come on, Kimberly. Come on up here. And I just met her tonight, so we're going to hear what her testimony is. I can't wait to hear what she's got to say. So go ahead, Kimberly.
You said my name right.
Did I?
Thank you.
All
Yes.
right. Tina kind of schooled me. Come
Yes.
on over here in front of the camera. Let's tell everybody.
Yes, hi. My name is Kimberly Cirillo. I'm a registered nurse for the past 30 years. I've never seen anything like this technology before. I used it on myself. I was in a room just like this back in late October, early November, and kind of skeptical. Everything needs to be proven to a nurse. You know, you have to have evidence-based practices and so forth. So I was skeptical, had 1 foot in, 1 foot out, thought about it for a while, did some research, was on Start X39 and the Facebook testimonial groups. And I just tried it. I said, all right, I'll give it 30 days. And so the reason I even started it, back up a little bit, I have neuralgia problems, from cervical disc problems in my neck. So I said, okay, I'm going to give it a try and we'll see what happens. I've been suffering that for multiple years on oral medication. I get Botox injections. I see a neurologist, the whole 9 yards. So I started it for that reason. And within the first 30 days, I started to notice I'm improving it. I talked to my neurologist about it, so she knew I was going forward with this. And so over that 3-month period of time, I weaned off my oral medication. I just saw her again in early January, and she said, you can stop your oral medication now. So I'm not on nerve medication anymore. And I also have more range of motion with my neck, and I can sleep on my stomach again, which is something I haven't done in years. You can't go to the beach, can't lay on your stomach because I can't turn my head that long. That's just one reason why I started the patch.
Real quick, I just want to say that she put the patch on. You can tell, maybe you can confirm with her that you put it on for 12 hours on, 12 hours off, and the patch didn't heal her. The patch just was put on her body, and her body with the stem cell, the copper peptide that was activated in the stem cells healed itself. Her body healed itself, not the patch.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So what I didn't realize was I was also suffering with what developed into heart failure. I'm post-COVID twice. I'm post-vaccine twice. I was vaccinated first, then I got COVID. Anyway, long story short, I've had multiple complications since having COVID. Heart problems, lung problems, hospitalized, whatever. I'm 51 years old. 51's the new 81 apparently. So what I did not know is that I was using the patch for my neck. It had healed my neck. Now I come to find out that what I thought was just residual lung problems turned out to be a heart problem. So I was diagnosed with viral cardiomyopathy and heart failure, and I decreased by 10% in about a year. So I started using as I'm using the patch. I don't think I told my cardiologist about it, but anyway, so I go to have this diagnostic test to follow up this past November. So I just started using the patch, and so what I thought I was going to be cleared from the cardiologist, he said, Kim, you're actually worse than you were last year. So I had to start on Entresto, which is a heart failure medication, and I did my own research and said, well, what if I don't take the medication? Maybe I'll just get better on my own. Heart medication, walking and so forth. Anyway, long story short, he sends me for more diagnostics, MRI on my heart. And I said, okay, we'll go for it and what have you. I go for that at the beginning of January. And I said, I wasn't even sure what the results were going to be. I wanted to see how bad my heart was. So I went and picked up the records from Delray Medical Center and picked up the medical records and read the report right there in the office. And I was like, this says my heart's normal after 6 to 8 weeks of using the patch. Can't be. I didn't believe it myself. Although I felt better, I didn't really believe it. I said, I'll just wait to see what the cardiologist says. So I go and see him last Thursday. He's reading the information. He's done his own test, 2 echocardiograms a year apart, and he knew how bad I was 1 year after the other. So when he's looking at the MRI reports, he can't really explain how I got better. So I was already prepared. So I brought brochures, patches, the cardiac studies. I brought the studies with me. I brought him water and electrolytes because it's good to keep up your water and electrolytes. I brought a whole little mom bag with me. And after he got done just perplexed while he's sitting there, I said, Doc, do you think there's any correlation with with reactivating my stem cells that could have contributed to my healing, my heart healing? It's normal. My heart strength of my heart is 55% completely normal. So he was dumbfounded. He didn't know what to think, what to say. All he wanted was more cards, business cards, and he wants me to come in and see his group in the next couple of weeks. That he was just amazed by the whole thing. So that's the whole thing. I'm a multitasker, always have been. I like to do multiple things at a time. This patch is also a multitasker. So I'm a believer.
Thank you, Kim. Wow. Give her a hand for sharing. And by the way, think about how many lives are going to be touched from her testimony herself. I mean, that's what we're talking about. If she wouldn't have trusted the judgment of her friend and started wearing the patch, she wouldn't have that kind of testimony, and her whole life has changed. That's what I'm talking about, bringing tears to your eyes. Okay. And I want to hear from Dr. Ginchi how that is working. I mean, that is just incredible to hear that kind of a testimony. And by the way, many of the doctors that are signing up, they signed up because the testimonies of their patients and multiple patients coming in with this working already. And we are just beginning. Okay. Mark my words. We're going to be doing meetings like this. We don't do a lot of them. We almost do everything on Zoom, but it's good to get together and have like 1,000, 2,000 people together. And it'd be fun. Everybody's going to be underneath you, by the way. That would be cool, all right? You just start sharing the testimony. Share Kim's testimony with somebody tomorrow. Who's not going to get their heart hits from that? All right, we got one more testimony coming up. My friend Izzy Moser. Where's Izzy? Come on up here, Izzy. Okay, Izzy. All right, Izzy, tell me a little bit about what's going on with you.
Well, you guys don't know me. My name is Israel Tubins. I want to say thank you to my God for everybody who's in this room today, because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here today. Yeah. Another thing, thank you, Gina. Thank you, Onyx, for putting this opportunity in front of us. I only got 30 minutes or 3 minutes.
Hey, real quick, Izzy is going to have this testimony. Let me help you. He's going to have this testimony because his girlfriend, Heidi, right, came to our house to promote her daughter to be on school board. Her and Gina hit it off. Perfect strangers, never met each other in their life. Gina talked to her about this X39. Heidi came to a get-together kind of like this. It was at her house, a little bit smaller. And as soon as she heard these testimonies, she signed up on the highest package. And she and Izzy have been crushing it ever since, but total strangers. So this isn't like, hey, they're in my Rolodex. I don't even know who they are. We're just getting to know them, just only 6 months friends, right? But we're good, great friends. Go ahead.
Yeah, just my testimony is this is for another day, my elbow. But the main testimony is 3 years ago, I had cancer. 2 years ago, I was in remission. Okay, and the radiation, chemo used to make me feel so tired. It wasn't me. So anyway, cancer came back. It came back on my lung 6 months ago. They cut it out. So I was going as precautionary measure to just, more chemo, no radiation, but just more chemo. They had me on some pills and stuff like that. So that's when we got blessed and Heidi knocked on your door. I heard about the pregnancy thing and the chemo, you can't take this patch or whatever the case may be. But me being such a believer and giving everything to God, I'm going to do it. Even with my treatments, when I was in treatment, I had the patch on my back. I haven't had treatment in 4 months, almost 4 months, a little insurance snack food or whatever, but I knew that was God's telling me that he had me in his hands. And ever since, let me say, I knew it was here somewhere. Where that little patch at? I got it. Yeah. This little thing I put on these last 4 months. Yesterday, I go into my oncologist after a full PET scan on Thursday, and he told me I was cancer-free. And again, this didn't heal me. I'm not going to proclaim it that this was, the miracle drug or miracle cure. I know God took care of all that, but this was definitely something that I didn't go away from, because even when I don't wear it, I look for it like my phone. If I don't wear it today, I go back home and I'm running to go put it on. I'm like, oh crap, it's too late. I can't take it off 3 a.m. So, but still, thank you guys. Hey, please, whatever you guys do in this room, I can't wait to be with you guys again. Thank you, Onyx, Gina, Sai, and it's just a blessing to truly be here and never give up. Please don't never give up, and let's get rich together.
Yeah. And I hope everybody here and everybody on Zoom can see the heart of Kimberly and Izzy coming up here. Just real people. We're not trying to, it's up to the person if they want to put the patch on and start having their body feel incredible, but it's up to everybody. It's up to you. So now we're going to have a special gift, because we're going to have my doctor friend for many, many years, at least 20 years plus, okay? my friend, Dr. Victor Ginchi, an internal medicine doctor, one of the best in the world ever. And he's just a sincere friend, helped my family in many, many ways. And he's going to come up here and just kind of clean up a little bit what we talked about on this patch. Come on up here, Dr. Ginchi.
So you ask, how much excitement can they generate? And why? Because this is real. Copper peptide is real. It works in science. It's validated. You can reproduce the results. There's patents on it. And there's really no reason why you should hesitate at any time to recommend it to your friend or family to try it. They've got nothing to lose. Non-invasive, safe, effective, not a treatment, but a way to activate your own existing stem cells. Stem cells are pluripotent. That means that they can go to wherever the weak link is. They take the shape of vascular improvement if they need it. They remove inflammation. Everything is inflammation, all of this. So as they reduce the inflammation throughout the whole body, your congestive heart failure can be reduced and improved. The ejection fraction of your heart could go up. Why? You reduce the inflammatory process going on. This is proven over and over and over again. So let me just say, you're not treating a disease, you're not making a diagnosis, you're making a suggestion to the person to use their own infrared light, their own heat to change the waveform, send the signal back to the cell and create the peptide. The peptide is what jiggles the stem cell to wake up. And that's all we want. Any questions?
Come on, give him a hand for being here. And by the way, Victor made a bunch of money with us in the past. He's here again. He loves this industry and he loves people. That's the key. He loves people and loves people to win. So we're having a great time with it. Everybody brings something different to the table. Everyone's got a different personality here, different background. We need every one of you because we're going to make history together, helping people think about the lives that are being changed right in this room. So I wanted to say to you, the next thing that we're going to talk about, as soon as I find my clicker here, we're going to take and put the slide up here because my friends are the best dreamers that you're ever going to find. So we're going to kind of shift a little bit about the product to tell you a little bit about the business. But the first thing you got to do is have something that you got to get that you can't get doing what you're doing. But I will say this much before I bring my friend Kim up here. She was suffering with, was it asthma? Okay. And I always felt so sad and sorry for her. All right. Because it wouldn't click off. But I wanted her to share this asthma testimony that she has because she is like completely, because the patch was put on her body and the stem cells were activated through the copper peptide, like Dr. Ginchi said, she is totally a different person. So I'm pray that she shares that with you. But these guys are the biggest dreamers. These guys are rocking, crushing this business up there in the top rank. My friends, Matt and Kim Curtis. I had to do it.
I love it. Oh. Wow, you guys fired up? Can you tell from this room something's going on? Can you tell? It's off the chart. I'm in the testimonies, doctor, get jiggy with it, right? Kind of jiggy as your, whatever he said. Isn't it funny you want to bring the carpenter up after the doctor? That's awesome. Steve loves bringing me up because we both said the same thing to our counselors. If you don't pass us, we're coming back, right, Steve? I was the first guy who called the fruit juice business. Imagine how much, what do you say? You had a lot of influence on a lot of people. You call a carpenter first. I got in 7 minutes, and the last thing, I got it in 3 seconds. Onyx, when he told me what you were doing, what was happening, your stem cell technology, jiggy with a thing, and I said 3 seconds this time. I don't, because it jiggles your thing. He said, yeah, you miss jiggle, yeah, jiggles it, yeah. I don't know anything about it, but anyway, see, she always corrects me. I met her when she was 15. This ain't no trophy wife. This is the real thing right here. Just in case you wondered. This ain't not. You know about them guys are thinking, oh, that must be a trophy wife. I said, what contest from hell? No, No, but we've been together a long time and we have incredible, isn't it funny? But how about everyone in the room has testimonies, right? How many people feel like they're sleeping better at night since the patch? Raise your hand. How many people have more clarity and energy? Look around the room if you're new. I know there's a lot of new people in the room. You've got to get in tonight. As a matter of fact, lock the door. Okay. How many people just aches and pains going away? Your things are jiggling. How many people are more regular? No, it does that too, but it does a lot of things that you shouldn't. It does a lot of things you really shouldn't mention. I mean, to be honest with you. But should I talk about the other one? No, we shouldn't talk about that one. Okay. In fact, what I really should do soon is let Kim tell her testimony. Then I'm going to tell mine. Then we're going to talk about the dream. Because, guys, if you don't have a dream, you ain't going to get off the couch. A lot of you people are calling your friends that don't have a dream. We call those couch potatoes. Leave them on the couch. Go after people that have a dream, that want to have fun. Onyx, we got to have fun doing this. If you ain't having fun like Onyx says, you're doing it wrong. Come on, Kim, say hey.
Hey. No, it was awesome because Gina said, you got to get Matt up there so we can straighten this whole thing up with Steve. I'm like, that's not going to work. Anyway, hey, before I start anything, I'm supposed to give a shout out to Colorado, California, Michigan, Texas, North Carolina. I love all you guys. They keep saying, don't give any shout out. You guys are in the media, you're not giving a shout out. I love you guys. Oh, man. Oh, all of you from all over. Woo! Hey, I'm so proud of you because you're making a decision to be on here and get energized. This is a lot of fun. So I'm going to give my testimony real quick, but about, I don't know, 6 years ago, all of a sudden I started this weird cough. I thought I had bronchitis. Dr. Genshi would love that. I even went in and argued with the pulmonary doctor. He said, you have asthma. I said, no, I don't. He goes, what would you like me to do then? I said, give me some more antibiotic and some more steroids. He goes, I'll give it to you, but I'm going to give you an inhaler and you can use that when you're done. So I took all this stuff. And of course, when I got done with the steroids and the stuff, I still had the cough. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to start using the inhaler. So I did for about 3 years. Then I decided to stop. Don't know why. 3 years I used an inhaler. No, I've had it for 6 years. But after 3 years, I decided to stop with the inhaler. But we stuck the patch on. And I want to tell you this because it's really important because it didn't happen for me overnight. And I think of the people that I share the patch with, and they're like, I didn't feel anything. I'm like, man, first of all, stuff's happening that you're not going to feel. But the truth is, it doesn't matter if you feel it, it's still going on. Right, Onyx? I mean, a year, Onyx, with her teeth. So I don't believe that, but I looked at Matt and I said, man, I want this to work so bad. I mean, I'm praying that, the patch will go on me and activate my stem cells, because one of the things that this product talks about is inflammation, which is what asthma is anyway. And it talks about pulmonary. One of the things that when your stem cells are active, it helps with pulmonary. So, and the copper peptide, I looked all this up. So I'm so excited, but it took like 6 weeks. So 6 weeks. Took the inflammation out. There you go. Oh, brother. Don't start following the doctor. Please don't repeat the doctor. And so after 6 weeks, I started feeling better. I was starting to get excited. I mean, I wasn't there all the way because this thing is constant. It's chronic, so it never goes away, you guys. You're either coughing all the time or choking. Yeah, poor Matt. I would just lay down to go to bed and I'd start a whole coughing fit again. Then I'd have to get up, and sometimes if I go outside, it stops. So I'd go out for the night and come back in, but it was every morning, every night. It's chronic, and it's been within about 6 weeks or 2 months, it started clearing up, and it is 80-90% better. It is so nice. And I was willing to hang in there because I, believed in it, and I love natural things. Nothing was really working. So if you have something, hang on to the patch, keep using it. Will activate your very own stem cells, and it'll take care of something that's been a reoccurring problem. I was so, in my life, I was like, I can't believe I would have to live with this my whole life. So to get the relief from that, you guys, is everything. You can make all the money in the world, but if you don't feel good and you have a constant chronic problem, it's not that fun. So hang in there, use the patch. Hey to everybody on the Zoom, you guys, right place, right time. Matt's going to share a little bit. You couldn't be on a better team. We have an incredible team with Onyx and Steve and Gina. We've been together We've been together in a business like this for a long time, so I'm happy for the decision you made. If you're here looking at this for the first time, you are gonna really enjoy the ride. And one thing we love to do around here is have fun.
Come on, Kim. Wow. Man, you can tell that's the brains of the operation, right? Yeah, I used to have, and I could never say it right. I always said I had HDAD. HD, I got dyslexia too, but still working on the patch is working. Once it gets jiggling on them things, I'm going to be going. How many people in the room? I notice a lot of sharp people in the room. How many people in the room? How many people in the room have a college education? Raise your hand. Be proud. You guys can do it. It'll take you a little longer. I want you to just lighten it up. You know what I mean? You got to lighten it up. Like Onyx teaches, learn it all, but then keep it a secret. You want to be just crazy on fire because once you put the patch on, like I did, Steve, 3 seconds I got in. I said, Steve, I hope it works. Same thing I said in the fruit juice business. I said, Steve, I hope it works. I had chronic pain. Now I can't tell you how old Kim is, but we've been dating for 48 years. Okay, I met her in a sandbox. Let's just go with that one. But I'm going to tell you
about my skin. I mean, this is amazing, you guys.
I want to talk about your skin, baby. Anyway, don't sidetrack me when I'm up here because I got to get done. Steve gave me 3 minutes. We're already 20 minutes in. Okay, let me get this straight. Where was I going? Here, watch this. This is really serious. I had chronic foot pain because of my age. I won't tell you how old I am anyway. And I walk a lot. I walk 19 miles on the beach. I walk 4 or 5 miles. I'm 65 years old, and I'm thinking, my goodness, I'm old. My feet are going to hurt. I wouldn't go to the doctor because I knew he was going to either cut me or give me drugs. I don't even take aspirin. So Steve and Gina give me this patch, and I think, oh, you know what? I hope my stem cells get jiggled because my feet are killing me. I'm telling you, within 2 days, first day I thought I felt it, but I thought Steve probably hypnotized me because you see him. He's very hypnotizing. I thought maybe he hypnotized me. This couldn't be real. The second day, my foot pain's gone. I'm telling you, 7 months now, I have no foot pain. I also had bad hips. You guys, some of you old guys know, gals don't know, but guys have bad hips, kind of like dogs, right? When I get out of a car, I would be like, get out of the car like, oh my God, 4 or 5 hours in a car, you get out like an old guy. I jumped out of the car one day, walked about here over the speaker. I walked over here and I looked back at Kim. I go, oh my God, my hips don't hurt. That was on the 4th. Yeah. And then, I had a bad knee. I'm a carpenter. I had a bad knee. I had a bad shoulder. I had a bad everything. And I'm telling you, I couldn't even, I was very stiff. Pull this. I couldn't even touch my back. Watch this. Onyx, I do not do hot yoga. But I want to say, I really think, I said, Kim, did you hypnotize me and I'm up in the middle of the night doing hot yoga in my sleep or something? I am so limber now. No, I shouldn't jump up. I was going to click my heels this far off the ground. I shouldn't do it in front of the crowd, but I want to go fast because I want to talk about the dream. I hope you have a dream. How many people still have something their job is not getting them? That's what happened to Steve and Gina and Onyx when we all got together at that silly fruit juice business. It did work, but that's what we had dreams. We still had dreams, and we started getting our dreams off the shelf. We started doing crazy things. Some things you should call us before you do something crazy because we will tell you do not go buy a triple back Rolls Royce and put fruit juice on the side of it. In fact, my good friend from California chased us down. She goes, oh, my Christine came from Virginia. She chased us down, and her and her husband, they pulled up beside us and go, oh my gosh. Okay. And now look I'm in West Palm Beach and I got this black couple chasing me around. I got no worries with that. Okay. But he did jump out. It was, hey, I'm a doctor, but you must be a networker because nobody would do that to a Phantom. Do not buy one, by the way. Do not buy one. I will counsel with me. But I'm just going to say what happened with that whole thing. You had dreams. I always wanted one. I lived in Detroit in the country. I grew up on 8 Mile. I'm the real Eminem. But then I moved to the country. And when I came down to Florida, I got to get to that. I'm sorry. When I came to Florida, I saw one of those big things, and I always had it in my mind that I wanted a RR one day. And we got in business. We started going crazy. We started feeling good. We started helping our friends get their dreams. If you help enough friends get what they want, you will get what you want. And that's what our goal is. Steve and Gina, Onyx, our goal is not for us. Trust me, we're going to be fine. We want it for you. We want you to travel the world. If you want a lake house, an oceanfront house, if you want to see the world, Italy. We love Italy. We've traveled the world. Whatever's your hot button, girls, guilt-free shopping. No more. I've had that for months. High pulling out of your trunk, whatever you're doing, right? Whatever it is, whatever your dream is, you can achieve it in this industry. And there they all are right there. What's your family? Most important thing, time. Time, you look at, unless you have time and money, you'll never have freedom, security, travel, better health. Most important thing, better health, less debt. Let's get the money monkey off your back. Let's get you patching for free and then making absolutely crazy money with us. We know you can do it because we did it. God bless you guys. Come on, Steve Merritt.
Okay, give Matt and Kim a hand. Now we're going to have the best couple to share with you how to make the money. Anybody want to make some money? All right. Because this product is so unique, nobody has it. It's recently patented. It's very lucrative to make the money. The highest rank of the company, they did it in 60 days. Mike and Sai Hernandez.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Woo! You fired me up. You guys fired me up. Hey, guys, we're going to keep it short. We have 2 minutes, and we have a lot to share, all right? So, by the way, no one said that you guys just hit the highest level in the company. Congratulations. Senior president. Oh, are we not supposed to say it? Oh, okay. Scared me. He's a jokester. Hey, guys, listen, I'm going to get into some stuff real quick, but I just want my wife to say a couple of things because she's eager to speak in front of everybody. It's one of her favorite things to do. But yeah, we are so excited to be a part of this, guys. This is just mind-blowing. And let my wife say hi, and then I'll come back.
Oh my gosh, hi guys. No, hi guys, I'm super fired up. This is crazy, guys. Let me tell you, I mean, when the people look at me, sometimes they're like, oh, she's the shy one. This has got me out of my shell because listen, all these leaders that kept coming up here, like Onyx, oh my gosh, thank you for being here. You guys got a blessing seeing Onyx. Some of you are here for the first time, and that's a blessing. Steve and Gina, when you hang around these leaders, you're only bound to just, you have a spirit of winning. You want to just go out there and run. And you know, that's why if you're the smartest person in the room, leave that room. You know, you got to stick to people that are winning. And this has changed our life. It's a blessing. The testimonies that we get every day gives us goosebumps. It's crazy. Like Gina said, we cry almost every day. My husband's telling me, oh my gosh, you're crying again. It's just that it's people's life, and it's tears of joy because we're hearing people just talk to us about how they've changed their life. And this is not only physically, also financially. The opportunity that you have in your hands is crazy, and it's so easy. It's only a matter of numbers. Like Onyx said, there's nothing different about me, you, Onyx and you, Steve and Gina and you. There is no secret. It's just how fast you want to run, how many people you want to help. I pray every day. I wake up and I'm like, God, you have those right people for us. Just put the right words in our mouth and in the community, the whole LifeWave community. Put the right words in our mouth, the right people, because those people are out there, the people who need this patch. Everybody needs this, really. But those people that need this, and those people that you can send us as messengers to be able to touch those people, and God has them for you. It just might not be the same timing for everybody, but if you stick there, if you patch enough people up, this is a matter of numbers. This is a numbers game, is like what I like to say. Mike is gonna explain a little bit more about that, but it's a matter of numbers. If you patch enough people up, people are gonna see results because you've seen the amazing results, and that's every day. That's like the lightest freaking results that we've seen, but there's just life-changing results and testimonies that we get every day. You patch enough people, they're going to get the results, and this business is going to go to the top. You're going to be part of making this company $1 billion.
Thank you. Hey, give it up for my wife. Hey, guys, real quick. You know why this is a great time for everybody to come out? Because I want anyone who's had any kind of results, raise your hand. Any kind of results. Guys, look around. For those of you who are new, look around, because after the meeting, you want to go mingle with these guys and find out what the patch has done for them, because that's all we've done, guys. All we've done is we've listened. Yeah, please raise your hand if you've had any kind of results with this product personally. Wow. Hold it, hold it, hold it. So this is who you want to go speak to. Go ahead, Gina. This is who you want to speak to, guys. Find out what this product is doing for them. Thank you very much. So, guys, my wife and I, we're both high school dropouts. We've been together 31 years. Actually, we've been together a little longer than that. But living together and the son or whatever, we've been 31 years. And guys, both high school dropouts. We couldn't afford to pay attention when I met Steve and Gina 16 years ago, and they introduced me to a similar opportunity with a similar product where people were getting great results with. But it was a great product, but it's so inferior to what we have. The opportunity that they presented me with that company, amazing. We made multiple millions of dollars, but it's so inferior to what we have right now. That's why my wife and I are so fired up. When I first met them, I needed something. This time around, I didn't. But when we saw this, my wife said, we are what? We would be what if we... My wife said, we would be stupid if we don't get involved with this. And I thank God. So guys, I'm glad that I get to talk about the money because I am very money motivated, but I am not the most educated guy. I'm a high school dropout, so I keep things simple. I've got, a lot of common sense and a lot of street smarts. So that's how I approach my business. And this is what I got to tell you guys. Again, I'm a huge entrepreneur at heart. I've always been, I never had the opportunity. Guys, it's so hard to come across a real life-changing opportunity. And when you do, you get this type of excitement, right? And you need to know what you have because you need to project that kind of excitement. So in order for you to understand what you have in your hands tonight, guys, you need to understand the potential of the stem cell industry. In order for you to understand what you have with this patch, you need to understand the potential of the stem cell industry. Today, the stem cell therapies are becoming more and more popular, right? That's why it's easy to have this type of conversation with anyone. Everyone knows a little bit about stem cells, right? So people are realizing how important it is to have healthy stem cells. The stem cell industry is expected to blow up. It's currently generating about $200 million per year. $200 million a year. I say that because it's expected to blow up to over $300 billion. I believe we have the best product in this industry. Why? Guys, I've learned to ask the right questions. I have a bunch of doctors in my team now, and I've called everyone that I know, and I've asked them questions about stem cells. And this is what I've learned. Number one, 30% of them, first of all, I learned that, I asked the questions, hey, how much is it for stem cell therapy? Well, it depends. Anywhere from $7,000 to $100,000. I look at this, I'm like, this is $100. Bing. I said, okay, how often does it work? Does it work every time? This is doctors telling me. No. And you're a doctor, you can attest to this. Hey, Mike, 30% of the time, minimum, your body rejects these stem cell injections. I'm like, whoa, is there a money back guarantee? No, money back guarantee. Bing. Another, just make little notes, okay? Because again, high school dropout, right? Number three, I ask, when these injections really do work, are they good forever? Oh no, like Steve said, you're gonna need another injection, maybe in 6 months, maybe in a year later, year and a half, and another injection. So you need to invest another 10, 20, 30. I'm like, whoa, all right. Why do you need another one? Oh, because stem cells go inactive. They go stagnant. Even the ones you inject, yes, unless you find something that keeps it active. Bing, right? Number four, I said, all right, let me ask you something. Well, I hear about all these people talking about all these testimonies. I'm like, high blood pressure, diabetes, and all these other things. And again, it doesn't heal. It helps your body regenerate its own stems, right? So I say, hey, when people get these injections in the knee and in the shoulder, and they get better, it actually works. Does it help the inflammation with the brain? Does it help the heart? Does it help this? Does it help people with all these other things that I've heard? Oh no, it's just, I'm like, oh my God, this, and my God, guys. And the final thing is this, guys, you have to be a doctor or you have to own the clinic to be able to participate in the stem cell industry. Up until now, even a high school dropout can participate. So again, we have the best of the best with the stem cell industry, right? So again, you need to understand this so that you know what you have in your hands. Because here's the deal, guys. I remember when Steve drew this up years ago, right? And I went out there immediately and I went to talk to everybody I know. And the thing was, because I was broke, literally, for those of you who don't know our story, my wife and I used to dig stuff out of the dumpsters and sell it out in Sunrise swap shop. All right. I used to go to beautiful communities like I live now because my mom and my mother-in-law used to clean for these people. And I used to go on Tuesdays and Saturdays. I still know the days because those are the days that the garbage would come out and we would take stuff and sell it on a weekend on this in Sunrise. All right. So immediately when I heard about this 2006, about the other company, about the other first opportunity, I went out there talking to everybody. And guys, the 23 people that I knew all told me I was crazy and this was never going to happen. But I realized that there was more people that I don't know than the ones I do know. So I'll go talk to the ones that don't know me because they're not going to judge me, right? And it's not about me. It's about the product. So I had enough conviction in this product that I knew if I shared it with enough people, somebody was going to see what we saw because we can't be the only crazy ones, right? So, and I realized what happened tonight, Steve, when you spoke. A lot of the ones that knew were around me, they're stem cells. their brain stem cells were right? So guys, I love this. And this is how this works, guys. This is as simple as you telling a few people. Guys, if I learned from Steve and Gina Mary that if you want to have success without a doubt, you want to share it with at least 40 people. 20 left, 20 right. And like my wife says, at your own time. Some of you don't want to go fast. That's fine. Some of you want to run like your head's on fire. That's fine, right? So I went out there like a madman and I sponsored 20 to the left and 20 to the right, just like Steve told us to do. And guys, we found a few people. This business is about you finding a few, 3, 4, 5. 5 that tell 5 is, oh, here, 5 that tell 5. I asked the carpenter. 5 that tell 5 is 25. Those 25 tell 5, 125. 125 that tell 5, 625, I think, right? So I think more or less, right? Something like that, right? High school drop, I'll tell you about. But guys, it's about you telling a few, right? So here's what happened, guys. We went out there, we picked up the phone this time, and this time was easier because we had some credibility. And listen, I called a guy by the name of Keston and Brooke Robinson, right? And some people are going to be ready right away, and some are not going to be ready right away. But Keston was ready right away. And he said, Mike, what, Steve and Gina on this call? You're going to do this? Sign me up. Boom, came in, right? He's a presidential director. Guys, that's one level above the top. Then I call a guy by the name of Javi and Olga Solis. They didn't want to do it. Oh, no, Mike, we're done with this. I'm like, good. I didn't want to do it either. But when Steve told me about this and I put the product to the test, my wife said we have to be stupid not to do it, right? So you have to see it. So guys, Javi and Olga didn't want to do it. Executive directors in the business. Then a guy by the name of Noel Thomas calls me one night, and he really didn't want to do what I was doing. You know how I know? Because he was calling me to pitch me what he was doing. And he told me that he had just started a week ago, and he said, Mike, what do you do when, what was the name you used? Jeff Bezos is in the garage and whatever, telling me, I'm like, hey, I'm going to save you some time. I'm not interested in what you're pitching because, listen, I've been out of the industry for 8 years, and I am so gun-ho about what I'm doing. Mike, what are you doing? I knew he wasn't going to come in. He had just come in a week ago into his business, and he put in 5 people who spent over $1,000. So I'm telling you, oh my God, you don't understand. This and this and this. I'm not trying to sell him. I'm just sharing my passion. The next day in the morning, he calls me. He said, Mike, he's a pastor. Mike, I've been praying about this all night. I don't know how I'm going to do it. And I'm like, well, wait a second. You were just telling me Jeff Bezos was in the garage. So what happens now? He says, when who? He says, you leave Jeff Bezos when you find Elon Musk, Mike. You got Elon Musk. So he signed up. Senior, what level are you? Directors, all right? So guys, I'm just telling you, Michael and Tanya Bridges, these guys really didn't want to do it. They spent about 3 weeks. They were involved in something else. No. But guys, it's at their time. All right? Don't get desperate. We just call people. Michael and Tanya, they don't want to do it. They are executive directors in our business, right? 2 levels from the very top. Dave and Heather Warden. I was blowing him up. And he was like, oh, I don't know, Mike. I don't know. He watched one Zoom. That's why the system works. I pointed him to the Zoom. He watched that Zoom. He was like, Mike, I know I told you to send me some patches to try, but I'm ready. I watched the Zoom. I want to come in and look at them. They are senior directors, right? Vincent and Carrie St. Louis, they didn't want to do it. Senior directors. Alexandra thought I was crazy. Directors. Michael and Nellie Roseland, guys, directors. So here's the deal. Charlie Dixon, there he is. And look, through Charlie, I have the Breakfast Club. I call my friends over here at the Breakfast Club, Steve and Jeanette. Guys, these guys, I hang out with them in the morning at Dunkin' Donuts. The youngest, stand up, please. They want you to stand up. Guys, stand up real quick. Listen, thank you. Thank you guys for coming out so much. Guys, we have a group where he's the youngest one. No, actually, Joe's the youngest one. Joe is 80. There's an 82s, there's an 83s, there's an 87, there's a 93, and a 99-year-old. I can tell you, I have never seen so many testimonies happen. And that's why we're fired up, guys, because we know we have something that works. So how does this work? Guys, you're going to find a few that are going to find a few that are going to find a few. And you get paid infinity, up to $25,000 per week. Guys, I didn't think we can ever get to that kind of money. And we ended up making way more in our last company. And these guys, I'm not going to tell you, they've made hundreds of thousands of dollars weekly, a couple of $100,000. They're going to make more. But you know why they make more? Because they help more people. All right. So they've made millions, but they've made millionaires. So this part, guys, I'm going to tell you is this is more money. The other one has a cap to $25,000 a week. Sorry, this one has no cap and you can make much more than that. So we have all the tools that you need, guys. It's like Alex said, if you can peel that little sticker off and stick it on someone and let them tell you, I don't know anything about the science or anything like that. I don't even want to learn. The other day, Saeed was saying, something. It was like, oh, yeah, Steve got that word right. She said, what word? I said that photo abomination, whatever. And she's like, man, then she said it right. I don't even want to know the right science because it's not what we know, guys. The simpler you keep it, the better you're going to do because it's about the product, okay? So Steve got me enrolled and he knew I didn't want to do it because I told him no. So he only got me enrolled on the gold package. The next day I called him up because, guys, what we did was I said it with everyone in my community because unlike many people, I wanted this to be real. I really wanted this to work. So the same day he brought patches over to me, I tried it on everyone that I knew that had any kind of issue. I call everybody. I went knocking to my neighbor's doors and I say, hey, I heard that I remember you said this. I remember. And guys, the very next day I called Steve Murray. I said, I'm upset over you for two reasons. Number one, I didn't want to do this, but I'm in. Like, I cannot stay out of this. This is huge. Number two, what's the biggest pack? Because 5 sleeves is not going to be enough, right? So guys, he came over with my sleeves. He brought me envelopes. Everything you need is back there. Make sure you grab all your tools. If you're serious about this business, guys, because again, look, she's waving her hand back there. Everything you need is back there. Get your envelopes. Get your little cards so you're on your game. Be professional, guys. Treat this like a hobby. You're going to get hobby results. Treat this like a multi-million-dollar business, and you're going to make multi-million-dollars. Everything you need to know is right here. But, guys, all you need to know is stick somebody with the patch, and that's it. But if you really, really want to learn, look, it's 331. That's what we do. We patch a minimum of 3 people per day. So how many people do you want to patch? A lot? Then you need a lot of patches. We're going to cover that in a second. Then follow up with the last 3 people if you patched yesterday and invite at least one to the Zoom. Guys, in the Zoom, I know we're going long, but we're having a lot of fun. This room is packed. So 331.com, guys. Go there, spend time, and then just go out there, guys. But listen, if you can patch 3 people a day, follow up with 3, and invite to the Zoom, you're a professional at this already. The hardest thing of this business is having the product work. David Schmidt already covered that. All we got to go out there and explain it, share it with people. So, guys, the time is now. I love what Onyx said. Guys, I don't understand if you guys realize that right now, the reason why this is a bigger opportunity than it was 3-4 years ago is because of the economy. Listen, I still have the text when Onyx, I don't know if you remember this, you sent me a text July 2019 sharing this opportunity with me. Why? Because I had called her some years later, few years before, asking her, what are you doing? Because I'm looking for something. But then I got involved with real estate. So when she reached out to me, it wasn't the right time. You know why I'm not doing real estate anymore? Because no one wants to do real estate anymore right now. All right? If you don't want to go, if you don't want to put your money on the table, you don't want to do real estate right now. And guys, that's when this industry thrives. So the timing is perfect. We can't manipulate that. It just happens to be a perfect storm right now. And that's why we're so excited. So guys, there's a bunch of layoffs going on right now. And it's only going to get worse. The economy is only, you think it's bad now? Listen, it's only going to get worse. So I don't know if you're serious about an opportunity, because if you are, here you go. Guys, this is the app that you're going to get tonight. All right, I'm going to wrap it up right now. This is the app. You're going to pick your pack. If you're serious about doing the business, you cannot come in under gold. I'm just telling you, you can do it, but you're capped at $100 per week. If you can't invest the $4.99, the company lets you upgrade later. But if you can, come in at a minimum of gold. I was mad at Steve because he signed me up on a gold. I didn't realize that you can come in at a diamond and save some money and get all the other perks. Guys, if you want to share with a lot of people and you're serious, where can you build a multi-million-dollar business with under $2,000, $1,700? Guys, you can. So guys, listen, this is my part. Thank you so much. I want you again to give it up for this couple. Is just, you have no idea who you're in front of. You don't know this couple. But Steve and Gina married, they're amazing. Steve, bring it. Oh, actually, Keston. Sorry. Okay. All right, real quick. Let's get a couple to come up here. We've got David and Carmen Abdu. Come on up here real quick. Where are they at? Because I want them to hear something. This is really important for everybody. David, tell them a little bit what's going on. Carmen, give them a hand. These guys are some of the hardest workers. Tell them a little bit what's your experience.
We love standing in front of people face to face. A lot of people love the Zoom. So we have home here, we have a home 200 miles north. Those people needed to hear about this. So we figured out that if you can download this presentation that you just saw, we can show it to them. And then we can have some face-to-face time with them. So we did that. Well, it started growing. That's how I lied to you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to lie to you. B's got 193, not 183.
And B's got 193.
Anyway, one of her downline lives in Leesburg. So we go to Leesburg. Nobody's there, maybe 10 people. And we drive home. They just called us to come back. 30 people. 16 of the 30 are brand new people. Never seen the presentation. How many people signed up? 16 signed up. Watching this presentation that we have here, you just go to Build 331.
Step 5.
Step number 5, at the bottom of it, you'll find the presentation. Download it, you can put it on your phone, on your computer. People that love connection want your face in front of them. People that don't care about it are happy with a Zoom. We have both. So use them.
Yep.
And let's.
Hi, yes, I just want to say something that's really important. When you meet somebody, assume that they're going to get in your business. Yeah. Just assume that. And when they do, assume that they're going to want to build the business. Because most people will get in just to try the product. And then they'll call you back and say, hey, you know what? I told you I didn't want to build the business, but now I really do. So don't ever think that somebody's not going to get in the business, even if they tell you absolutely not, I'm not building it. They will once they see what the product does for them.
Thanks, guys. All right, so get yourself your flip shirt and start sharing the opportunity. Okay, we've got one other couple that I want to bring up. That's the second highest rank of the entire company, and that's Brooke and Keston Robinson. Come on up here and share. They're just going to tell you a little bit about how big this is going to be. We are just getting started.
I don't know how you follow that up except for give me a dustpan and a broom and I'll sweep this stuff up here. But after all this energy and all these amazing leaders up here, all I can say is if you really believe in what you're doing, which is what we do because this patch works, and it's amazing of all the testimonies that you do here on your team. And I can just tell you that being persistent in this industry is what will allow you to grow in this business. And even my younger brother, who I was just tell the story because it just happened, you know, we went presidential within probably 3 months. And I remember my younger brother, he was stuck at director, and my younger brother was a black diamond in the other business ahead of me. And it was funny because he would call me over and he would say, you know, Cass, I'm a little embarrassed that I'm still a director, but we would say, hey, just keep going. And you know what? He skipped right through senior director, went right to executive. And now he's like, you know what, Keston, I'm coming for you. I'm going to catch you right now. And so now the race is on and I'm like, no, you're not. We're going senior. It's on now. So
Yeah, guys, and I just want to cover one thing. I know there's a lot of people, and sometimes it seems intimidating, like, wow, I'm not that good of a speaker, or wow, I don't have that awesome story. Like, Mike and Sahi have an amazing story. That doesn't matter. You guys can still crush it in this business. I remember when I first started my business, my mom, my family were like, are you crazy? No, you need to go to college. You need an education. You need this basic corporate job. And I'm like, no, that's not me. And guess what? I built my company, and I'm a self-made person, and this is the same thing. You don't have to have that self-doubt in yourself, and it doesn't matter if your family is not supporting you. I promise you can outshine them, and you will show them, and then they're going to be like, oh my God, you did it. We knew you could the whole time. Okay, they will. So have that self-confidence in yourself. You don't have to be an amazing public speaker. You don't have to have an amazing testimony or story. You can do it just like any of us can.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys. Hey, I just heard of a special treat that we've got a brand new executive director in the room, Mark Dickey. Where's he at? Come on up here. I want to hear from him. Give him a hand. He just hit 3rd highest rank of the company. All right. Mark, say a few words, everybody. Look right in that Zoom and tell him.
That one? Yeah. So I can get really, really excited. It's an inside joke. So they saved me for late in the night when everybody wants to go, and because they figured if that guy's making money, you guys have a great chance of doing something here. So that's my part. Good night. No, a big shout out to Alabama. They're doing a great job out there. The leadership we have here is amazing. You've heard it all night. It really, truly is, and it matters. I'm talking to Onyx. Sometimes we're texting 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, or 7, 8. I'm like, she can't be up. Boom, she's responding back. She doesn't sleep. Nobody sleeps in the leadership. But the cool part is they're on the beach, they're in their motor homes, they're traveling with their grandchildren, and so they're just texting while they're out having fun. But the biggest thing that I want to tell everybody, and it can happen quick. There's so much momentum, so much excitement. I came for the money. We have a lot of people that are here for the health. I get the benefit of now I have a business, 23 years I've been in this industry, representing products that I may or may not have used. I use this product every day. I love it. I'm excited. I've got tons of testimony. If you're a health conscious person, great. If you move fast, great. If you move slow, great. You want to be here for money, great. We have all of it. And the best part, you can come to events like this, Zooms. We have social media platforms. Gravitate to your style. Just find what it is you're about. And so in closing, this is what I want to say. I just was telling someone the other day, you're hearing about all the layoffs, 18,000, 15,000. Interest rates went up a point today, kind of setting a tone what real estate market's going to be like. But here's what I want to say. I was telling someone about the compensation plan, and I was telling them about our matching check bonus. And he's like, I don't really quite understand that. You'll learn about it later. But the biggest thing that I like is 25% number. He goes, well, I don't quite understand. So you mean you only get paid on three levels? I said 25, 20, and 20. And I like that. And he goes, well, I don't know. There should be more. I said, well, listen, you could take the alternative. He goes, what's that? I said, well, you could take the 25, 20, and 20 off of 3 levels, or you can go get a job and let the government take 25% of your check. So anyways, get in, get plugged in, get started, and just like everybody here, he started one day with nobody underneath him. Onyx started one day. How many did you have underneath you the first hour? Well, okay, 2, because look. But right off the bat, there's not everybody's there. You got to go build it. And we all have built it, and we've all have helped others. Fast. So anyways, thank you, and get started.
Thanks, Mark. Brand new executive director, 3rd highest rank to the top. Real quick, get connected with us. If you're on Zoom, make sure you join our Facebook page, right? It's called Quantum Field X39 Team Facebook, right? Make sure you join that so we keep you all updated where all the next meetings are so you're connected with the team. That's the #1 thing to connect with. Tomorrow night, we got a Spanish Zoom. This is like a 19-year-old startup company. The Spanish community is wide open, so everybody knows somebody that speaks Spanish. You might say, no, I don't. Hey, if your boss said, I'm going to give you 10 grand to put somebody on the Spanish Zoom tomorrow, you do it. So you know somebody that speaks Spanish, right? And Saturday, we're going to have Javi and Olga Salas. It's going to be an incredible testimony. They called me in tears saying they've tried multiple networking companies. They've never made money, and they're doing incredible right now with LifeWave in just a short period of time, only 6 months. So they're going to be teaching you exactly how to win big on Saturday. We've got a huge live event. Did you like Mike Hernandez and Saeed today? Right? We're doing a live event in Atlanta, Georgia on February 18th, and it's going to be Zoomed. It's going to be our Saturday 90-day launch training, and it's going to be Mike Hernandez and all these leaders that are smashing it through the ranks out of town. They're not even in our town. They're rocking it all over. Some over in New York, some over in Georgia, and Mike and Cy are going to be joining them. So that's going to be coming up on the 18th. Make sure you mark your calendars. You can watch it on Zoom, but I'm going to be seeing a bunch of people are going to be driving and flying into this event because it's very easy to get to Atlanta. And the last time I was there, it was on fire, and that was just before Christmas during the holidays. Here's our weekly meetings that Onyx was talking about. So make sure you plug into them. The next one after the Thursday is going to be Friday at noon in English. It's going to be wild. We just added these for the 90-day run that we're having with all the explosion. It is not too late. Everyone can win. Hey, let's bring up Onyx Cole and my wife, Gina, to just say a few more words before we wrap it up. Get up here. Give them a big round of applause.
Thank you. So while I was sitting here, I got a text message from a girl I met in Breckenridge. Where do you think I met her? Hot yoga. She started on the patch. She just sent me a note. She's like, Onyx, she's a nurse. I have this nurse and this doctor that want to do the patch. If I introduce them, am I going to get credit for it? I said, of course you are. This business is simple, but you've got to do it each and every day. Even 3 years in, I'm still working my business. This couple is off the chain, aren't they? Thank God they finally said yes. It might have been 4 years I was running around to them, but we're here together. We're going to run this together. Yeah. And we're inviting you to come. There's space for everyone. There's space for everyone. Let's go. Okay, so to wrap it up here real quick, thank you so much, Onyx, for all of you who are new here tonight. This is your enrollment form. And for those of you on Zoom, you either got this order form or you got a link sent to you. And that's how you're going to sign up. The quicker you fill out your form, the quicker the product gets to you and you start getting your own testimony and start sharing it. So, hey, it's as simple as this. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee. Come on. You've got, it's like no risk. So seriously, go ahead and fill your form out. Get in where you can afford. You know, don't do the diamond pack if you can't afford the diamond pack. Get in at the gold. But get in tonight is the most important thing. Make sure that you get on auto ship because as you start to build, your points accumulate, and that's how you save your points. And 30 days, guys, goes like boom, like that. So you want to make sure you keep your points. Because what's going to happen is you're saying to yourself, oh, I'm just going to get in. I'm just going to use the product. I'm going to try it. And then the next thing you know, you're going to get such an insane testimony that you're going to share it with your neighbor lady, your sister, your brother, your cousin, someone. And then they're going to say, well, I want to do the product. And then boom, you're building the business and you don't even know it. We get like hook, line, and sinker you in. But anyways, it's just absolutely amazing, guys. Come on. For $1,700, that's with the tax and the shipping for the diamond package. You have a global, worldwide business. And remember, it's a 30-day money-back guarantee. It's seriously no risk. So for those of you who are new, make sure you get yourself signed up. And so then Thursday night, tomorrow night is the Spanish opportunity. If you know anybody Spanish, I mean, I like to just go on and I don't even know what they're saying. But I like to feel the energy. I'm like, this is insane. Think about it. When you go to work tomorrow, if you work, go to work tomorrow, look around. Does everyone have the energy that we all have? I doubt it. So anyways, we're excited that you're here. We're blessed to help you. We're blessed to take you to the finish line. And that's our goal. It's not a Steve and Gina show. It's a whole team show. It's a quantum field show. So our goal is to get you to the finish line. You want to make 500 fast? Boom, let's do it. We got to put some work together. We got to work together as a team. The Build 331, for those of you who are new, is the best thing for you to go on in your unproductive time. Don't go on during the day when everybody's awake and you can make
phone call or go over to your neighbor lady and talk to her about the patch. Do it in an unproductive time, but it's the best way to learn how to contact someone, how to follow up with someone, how to build the business. So that, I mean, it's all written down for you. It's like when I went to flight attendant school, you did exactly the way they taught you. Try your best to stay on the same rocket ship that we're on, because you will get there a lot faster than trying to recreate the wheel. So anyways, we love you guys. It's been amazing. God bless you guys. We know you can do it. We're excited to take you to the finish line and make sure you get yourself enrolled. Good night, Zoom. Thank you, Sierra.